Last week, I said that following Jesus requires humility. We acknowledge that God is God. He's the maker and ruler of everything. And we acknowledge that we are not. As we make ourselves small and God big, worship flows out. In a similar way, when we humble ourselves, we put the needs of others ahead of our own. Today's spiritual discipline is a direct assault on our pride. Sacrifice is core to the message of Jesus. He laid his life down for others and said that he came to serve, not to be served, in Mark chapter 10, verse 45. Sacrifice, serving others, and giving up things can take different forms. Giving of time and energy, giving financially, giving love and care. Service and generosity as a spiritual discipline requires us to take the stance of a servant, humbling ourselves and reducing our own stature. As followers of Jesus, we look to him for our example, as Jesus led the ultimate life of service and sacrifice. Of any person who has ever or will ever live, Jesus had the most to boast about. Jesus is God, the creator and ruler of everything. If anyone has the right to be egotistic and arrogant, it would be him. But that's the exact opposite of what we see in his life. In Mark chapter 10, verse 45, Jesus said that he came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. In our recent series, The Church Is, Tim looked at how the church is the body of Christ, and that each one of us has different gifts to use for God. I'll leave a link in the description to go back and listen to that talk. Different life stages will mean that you might emphasize one act of service or sacrifice over a different kind. You might be able to volunteer your time because you've got flexible time around your classes. Or you might be at a life stage where you're getting a reliable income and can be more generous financially. Maybe it's a time for you where you can pour out love and support to others. The point is, through each of our lives, we'll be able to shift what our acts of service look like, but to still live a life of generosity in whatever way you can, sacrificing your needs for those of others. Remember that generosity is about more than giving. It's changing the way you think and manage your resources. That's it for today's St. John's Extra. I've been Andy. It's been great to have you. Remember to like and subscribe down below.